Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cuddyback, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, and Realtree.
I realized walking back in here, the closer we get to November, I start getting worked up into a frenzy like these big bucks. It's awesome. I can't wait to get out here. We came back to this little stand we call the cute stand. It's about 6 feet off the ground is all 7. That's as high as we could get in these little cedars. It's way back in here. It's only the second time we've ever hunted back in here in the 3 years it's been here. Heck of a spot though. I just don't come back here very much because it's a long ways back in here. But this is where that picket fence buck lives most of the time in October. I've got one camera down here, and he's down here all the time in October, and he was last year as well. So there's a good chance we could see him. I feel pretty good about this evening because yesterday was about 65. Today the high's like 48, 49. So it's just feels like one of those days you could see a big shooter. Other than it's pretty darn windy. I mean, it's gusting probably to 30, but I'm not sure that'll slow him down. I wanted to be in a spot that's a little sheltered from the wind, but it's also kind of open where these deer can see. I got a feeling they're going to be a little nervous in this kind of wind, so I wanted it to be a spot where they can see a little bit. I figured that's where they'd gravitate towards. So, oh, we got another buck on the list too. Last year when I was hunting that crabs buck, there was a buck that we had a couple encounters with. He's called Digits. That buck just showed back up here. He always ruts on me and he always summers on the neighbors, but he's like 8 years old and he's even bigger this year. It's crazy to see what he's done from year to year on growth. He's had a couple years where he was down, and then a good year last year, and then now even bigger this year. So he's a stallion. He's on the list, way up there on the list. So matter of fact, we picked up his sheds right here on this hillside. So who knows, we could see that buck. That'd be awesome. Well, let's set in here and see what happens. Well, ended up turning into kind of a cold, miserable hunt. It was fun, but there was 0% chance of rain. It ended up raining on us. We weren't really prepared for that. We had to put the camera away. But we ended up seeing a good number of deer. I think we've seen 10 or 12 at one decent buck and then another smaller buck, but not the one we were after. Well, let's see if we can get out of here now. It is a windy dude today. Here we go.